What did your parents say that still affects you today? When I was 7, my dad got locked up for armed robbery. Mom picked up 3 jobs just to keep the lights on, which meant I spent most of my time with Grandma Ruth in her cramped apartment above the laundromat she owned. That place always smelled like dryer sheets and coffee, and somehow, it felt more like home than anywhere else. The first day of 3rd grade, our teacher, Mrs. O'Brien, had us make Father's Day cards. Everyone around me was busy drawing pictures of fishing trips and backyard barbecues. I just sat there, frozen, staring at my blank piece of paper. "Angela, why aren't you working?" she asked in that too loud voice teachers get when they're frustrated. Before I could even answer, Tommy Garcia shouted, "Because her dad's in jail! My mom told me all about it!" The whole class exploded into whispers. My ears burned. I bolted out of the room in tears and didn't stop running until I was curled up behind the dryer unit at Grandma's laundromat. She found me there later, knees pulled to my chest, sniffling. She didn't say anything right away, just started folding sheets like she always did, calm as ever. Then she said something I'll never forget. "You know what makes a family special? It's not who's missing, it's who stays." Then she pulled a photo out of her apron pocket. It was her, young, standing alone with 3 little kids. "Your grandfather walked out when your mom was 4, left me with 3 babies and $7. Everyone said I wouldn't make it, but look at us now." She gestured around the laundromat. "I built this, put all 3 of my kids through school. Your mom's the hardest worker I know, just like me." The next day at school, I didn't make a Father's Day card. I wrote an essay about Grandma, how she taught me to count with quarters from the change machines, how she let me fold towels for candy bars, how she never missed a single school event. Mrs. O'Brien gave me an A+ and told me it was the most beautiful thing she'd read all year, but Tommy wasn't done. During recess, he and his little goon squad followed me around chanting, "Jailbird, jailbird." I tried to ignore them until Tommy grabbed my backpack and dumped everything onto the playground. That's when I saw Grandma standing by the chain link fence, hands on hips, still wearing her laundry apron and covered in dryer lint. She stormed straight into the school and demanded a meeting with Principal Walsh. He tried to brush her off with a weak, "Boys will be boys." Grandma didn't flinch. "Really?" she said. "Because when my Robert was being bullied in 1982, you said the same thing, right before he dropped out. Remember him? He owns 3 car dealerships now." Walsh's face changed instantly. Everyone knew Robert Patterson. His businesses sponsored half the school events. "And my Diana," she continued, "the single mom you said wouldn't amount to much? She's head nurse at County now. So before you dismiss my granddaughter, remember something. Pattersons prove people wrong. That's what we do." Tommy's parents were called in that afternoon. His dad worked at one of Uncle Robert's dealerships. Suddenly, Tommy became the nicest kid in class. But it wasn't over. For our end-of-year project, we had to present about our role models. Most kids picked athletes or pop stars. I picked Grandma, showed pictures of her laundromat, told the story of how she built it from nothing, talked about how she raised 3 kids alone and never once let them feel broken. I ended it with her words, "Family isn't about who's missing, it's about who stays." Mrs. O'Brien was crying when I finished. Even Tommy looked impressed. That summer, Grandma helped me start a tiny business folding laundry for neighbors. By 6th grade, I had a full client list and my own savings account. When Dad finally got out, Uncle Robert gave him a job. He's doing better now. But it was Grandma's words that stuck. That shaped me. That got me through everything. Sometimes the strongest families are the ones that look broken to others. Last week, I graduated college. As I crossed the stage, I spotted Grandma in the crowd, still wearing her laundry uniform. She'd come straight from work. Mom was next to her, tears in her eyes, holding her hand. And I heard her whisper, "Look what we built."